Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle In Flight from Karen Buse. Hope I pronounced that right. This is a neat tangle. Tons of opportunities on this one to decorate or embellish, whichever way you like to think about it. So this is a grid pattern. So I'm just putting the outside of my grid. If I just look at what I'm doing while I'm doing it. All right. And instead of just doing the one box, we'll do the 4 square. Because this would be done in 1 minute if we didn't do it. Because it's just... This is one of those, it's so simple to start, and then, again, you can have a ton of fun. So, in reading on tangle patterns, and that's, if the For More Inspiration link will take you there, so that way you can see Karen step out and her beautiful sample to give you an idea of what this would look like on a larger scale grid. She mentions that it was helpful to turn your grid on an angle so you're looking at it in a diamond. And the in-flight part comes from, I know this is how I always drew birds, was like this. And so I'm going to, let's see, and I'm going to remember to go a little bit, I'm starting a little bit past the halfway point and aiming for the center, and then we'll come back up. Well, yeah, close. So, drawing birds like that. Okay. And then turn the tile, same thing. The biggest difficulty that I have found thus far is just remembering, so if I'm looking at it as a diamond, I'm starting and ending on the top 2 sides. And I think it comes more into play when we do the next step. So, but it's one of those, just do it slow. And as I'm doing it, aim for the middle. I was having trouble doing that before. And, and on my step out, yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, but it still turns out just fine. Okay. Next, we're going to do the same thing, just from the opposite side. So, I say you can leave your tile the way you had it, and then and this part, just remembering we're going on the top 2, so looking at it as a diamond. And wait, let me look really quick. Okay, and this one is a little bit opposite. So, well, everything is opposite. So as I said, when I was starting, I was looking to start this a little bit, if I'm looking at it this way, a little bit lower than halfway. Doing it on the other side, I want to do it a little higher than halfway. That's the goal. We will see. And then we're going to cross like that. Crossing over. And because it's a line, you can't really hollow out one line to the next. All right. And then same thing here. But what we're going to do is we're going to end up, once you get one started, actually, let me go around the other way. Just since I'm starting from the right and going to the left. So I want to start where I stopped. Like that. And this is one of those, however it lands. I was just noticing what Karen did on hers. And was trying to, whoops, you didn't see that. Okay, but we can fix things with course corrections. That is essentially it. And as I mentioned, because I wasn't watching where I was going, that's just really funny. So here is, and this is what I did on my version of the step out. So as I mentioned, you have tons of opportunity here for decorating. the first thing that I do when I'm looking, well, where do I want to do this, is, okay, where do I need to fix? And right here is thing one. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just deciding, how do I want to, or I feel like I want to aura it a little differently than I did. Oh, let's just do that. Okay. Because I think, let's see, if I aura, and so this is one thing, and always find that place. So if I aura on the outside, I could maybe bring this one in a little bit on the inside. So let's do, because I could also, well, like I said, I like to do things a little bit different than I did on my step out. So, and then I will fill that in is what I will end up doing. All right, yes, let's just do it. Just do it. And so I want to aura this whole section and that curved line, which, as I said, I'm going to fill it in. So if I missed a little bit, then it's okay. Still good to go slow. Sometimes get in these corners like that. All right, and let's see. And then if I, let's take this to where I would want it, like that. Then, I was going to say, who knew this would be a halfway tutorial in course correcting, but you know what? Every time you watch one of mine, you're going to probably get that. And actually, I think I'm going to end up reshaping the other ones, because this one is more like one big curved line there. Yeah, see, that's the beauty of the course correction, using the fill-in as the course corrector. Because then you can do whatever, for the most part, you want. Like I said, because we're filling in, well, I didn't take that part into consideration, but that's all right. We'll have one piece that goes up. That'll be the top. Or, actually, no. Wait. Oops, let's do this. We can make it all match. Let's make that a nicer tip there. This is like doing rounding. And if you are new to watching my videos, I do my very best to, unless I like mispronounce a name, or actually one time I got the whole name entirely wrong. I have no idea how I did that. I think I was doing, I might have been doing a couple videos at once or something. I've only done that when I'm going out of town or something, and I'm not going to be able to do something. Somehow I got the wrong creator of the tangle associated with it. Was just like, oh well, I can't put that out. There we go. Who would know? Oh, it's our secret, right? Our secret. Oh, and I'm just looking at this. It's like it could be a 4-leaf clover. Mm-hmm. Underneath there. And let's see. I did something on, the other that I really liked. Here's what I'm going to put. We're going to put seed shapes in the center. And this is where you can, like I said, you can just have fun. And if you don't know how to have fun, this is one way. Filling in, finding something to aura is another way. Like this, I'm just putting seed shapes in coming from these points. And then there is the, you know, what I call R&D, rip off and duplicate. So you can feel free to do that. That's why I share the for more inspiration. That's really what that is. I think it could put seed shapes out there as well. Let's see. What else do we want to do? Actually, I think I'm just going to put, not going all the way, just a partial line like that going in there. Well, maybe that's it. Let's just leave it at that, since I can't think of anything else. Could, though, because sometimes I forget that we can use the graphite not just for shading, but for filling in a section. I'm thinking I'm going to put graphite, I'm going to go around this outside edge. Let's just start there for now. And what this will do is pop out that center. All right, and also, just so I can do a little teaser for in just a moment, I did use this as a reticula. So taking a fragment, and taking one, the one box, and I configured it differently, and I'll show you that in a moment. But look at how neat that is. Why not? Let's highlight just the center. And then we can, just being really careful not to get any graphite in that center. I was first thinking, well, I could fill in some of the sections with graphite, just, making it would just be gray. And that's always an option if I don't like this. There's always more than one thing you can do, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at how neat that looks. Ugh, super cool. And because that center is kind of sloppy, let's, do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. Because otherwise we'll have too much graphite, and we don't want graphite remorse. Oh, look at that. That's nice. And I wrote on myself. That's also nice. Super cool. All right, so as I mentioned, as I was playing around with this, this is what it looked like. Just, that's what this is, right? This is the basic form, doing it the way the step out prescribed. So it was doing it and then doing the same thing. Well, I decided, well, what if we did it the opposite direction? Let me put that up on top there. And so, as you can see, I started, and it was one of those where, gosh, just had to think about it for a minute. So I started with it, looking at it this way. Yeah, so I was, instead of starting at the top and doing it, I started on, you can do it either right or left, it doesn't matter. And that way, I was, starting it with, these were the top two. And this is where I think I had to think for a minute every time, because it was like, nope, these two. And then when you turn, it was like, nope, these two. This, at least when you get one done, then you're connecting that first one as you go, like we did here on the second. But it creates an entirely different pattern and looks kind of neat. So even more fun than that you can have with this. And you could probably, well, of course you could. You could do them the same direction. So, doing this and then repeating it here. See how that just do it the same way in every box. That's another way you could have fun with it. Tons of fun. And then then all of those open spaces we can have. You could even just fill it in like a stained glass type of thing. That would be neat as well. So, lots of opportunity with this one to have fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, would love to have you click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you subscribe to the channel. In the description box, I always do my own version of the step out and then link to the creator of the Tangle. So you will find those. And then below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. I have a link to my website so you can find where I do classes. I do have some Tangles posted in categories. My website right now it's a continual work in progress. I just don't have a whole lot of time to work on it. But hopefully that'll be getting some major improvements soon. You can follow my blog there as well, and I do a daily Tangle, and I've been putting them in like a monthly theme, or hashtag for fun. So you'll see some of those listed, and as well as the entire list of daily Tangles. What else will you see there? Well, that's all the important stuff, I think. Yeah. And below that, if you happen to be on Facebook, I've put a link to my page and would love to have you follow me. And then a link to our private Facebook community. So if you'd like to hang out with some crazy and wonderful Tangle addicts, we would love to have you. Just know that there's like 4 questions / statements to gain entry to that. So, yeah. So cool. I hope you enjoyed again. And thanks for watching. And I wish you happy tangling.